You guys ever want to know how to use this thing? Well, I'll teach you in this video. Hey, what's going on, guys? Great Sword here. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how I crafted this awesome sick ring. Triple tier 1 flat damages with some reses. And yeah, let's just get straight into it. So pretty much, it's not easy to find a ring like this to craft on. I found one the other day, and here we are. Pretty much what I found was a magic ring with tier 1 flat fire and tier 2 lightning. It also had 13% chaos, but I divvied it for the flat damage to get better. Um, yeah, if you find a ring like that, they actually can be quite expensive. I just looked it up, so I just looked up maybe like a sapphire and cool damage. They can get quite expensive if you want flat damage plus res, like 80 exalts up into the divs. So give or take, you could search up other rings that might be a little cheaper. Obviously, this is cold, so take that what you will. But pretty much what I had was fire and lightning, right? One prefix, one suffix. What I did after that is I hit it with a chaos essence, a greater essence of chaos, because I just wanted the double chaos for more chaos res. Who wouldn't love that? And then like it's kind of pretty simple because it's not super deterministic. But what I did after that point is I used this omen of catalyzing exaltation, and then I forced a prefix, and then I hit it with a perfect exalt, which I don't have any right now. I'm very broke. So for rings, that forces flat fizz because there is no other physical modifiers for prefixes on rings. So so far as I can tell, you can force a couple things, but the best thing you can force would be flat fizz or percent chaos. Also, this website is goated. I will put it in the description in the comments. It's literally helped me so much with crafting. I literally was never super using crafting, and this website is amazing, so helpful. You can look at even desecrated mods and all the crazy things. It's so nice. So let's get back to it. So pretty much, crafting something that like this is a gamble. It will not always be tier 1s. Perfect exalts can roll down pretty far. So if you get unlucky like I did yesterday on this quarterstaff and hit tier 5 lightning with a perfect exalt, like it could be kind of sad. Um, but luckily I did hit the tier 1 flat fizz, so we're double tier 1 prefixes right now, and we also have 2 reses, so the ring was looking really good, right? All we had to do was get the last flat damage and then another res. So what I did from here is I just desecrated, desecrate prefix, and I did have to Omen of Light it, but on the second try, I did get tier 1 flat lightning, which is absolutely insane, by the way. I tried doing this again yesterday, and me and my buddy Josh, we had to Omen of Light like 4 times, and we still did not get tier 1 flat damage. So just fair warning, if you think this is like an easy deterministic craft, it is not. That's why these rings can go for insane amounts of money depending on what's on them. If this was a breach ring, this thing would be through the fucking roof. But it's not easy to get tier 1 flat damage and a res on a ring already magic found on the floor. Like it's very, very hard. So pretty much what I did from that step forward is I had to just pray and slam the suffix. Now, looking back at it, before I added the fizz, I could have slammed the suffix. So let's just say we have fire, lightning, and chaos. If we homogenize perfect exalt for suffix, we would have guaranteed an elemental suffix. So we'll go here. We would guarantee an elemental suffix, which are all reses. I got lucky because I already had the fizz, and this is my first time doing any of this with the catalyzing thing. So, fair warning, do the fizz last. Well, second last. Fizz and then desecrate, okay? It really doesn't matter if you do the Desecrate before the Fizz, as long as you take an elemental flat damage. But you just don't want to accidentally get like tier 1 flat Fizz through Desecrate, and then you're like, oh man, what do I do now? Because you just want to like, because these all have the elemental tag, right? And we're hitting it with that homogenizing Perfect Exalt for suffixes. And look, these are the only ones with elemental tags, okay? Now, these do have the attack tags, so it's kind of wonky. You can get unlucky and hit leech. That's why I said this is not deterministic at all, and why I should have waited on the fizz, because this has fizz and attack, and this also has fizz and attack. So I got really lucky. But yeah, like that's pretty much it. I just, at the end of it all, I suffix, slammed it with an exalt, perfect exalt, and got cold res. Pretty easy, boys. Stay crafting.